Oh, I've just broke my ring light. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I feel like it's literally been forever since I've made a video. So for that reason, I thought I would do a little life update Q&A video, and seeing as I'm getting back into my beauty at the moment, I thought I would do a little get ready with me, so me do my hair and makeup while I answer those questions for all of you. Like always, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified every time I post new videos, which will now most definitely be every Sunday. Let's get on with the video. I'm not going to go through any of the products of stuff I'm wearing because I'm not very good at multitasking. I'll link them in my description. Question number 1. What have you been up to? So obviously for the past month, I haven't really uploaded any videos. I haven't really been on my social media as much, to be honest. I feel like I've just been really busy. August has just gone like that. The first week I went back to work at Premier Inn. It was only 2 days a week, but I obviously went back down and stayed with Perry, and I hadn't seen him for like 3 months, I think it was, but at this point I was working at Premier Inn. I had a photo shoot at uni, and then a dance shoot at uni, which took 2 days to do. Obviously wanted to catch up with all my uni friends as well because I hadn't seen them since like March, so I've been absolutely ages. So I had to catch up with all those guys, distanced of course. And then in like any free time I had, I was spending with Perry because I hadn't seen him in so long. And then like the week after that, we came up north because it was my mum's 50th birthday, and we were going away to Newcastle for a couple of days. While we were up here, obviously me and Perry wanted to spend a bit of time together. I wanted to spend time like with my family and stuff. It's been my best friend's 21st this month, and because we haven't been able to celebrate any of my other friends' 21st because of COVID, we can kind of do more now. So we like spent 2 weekends celebrating her 21st. I had to move out of my uni house, so I had to go down, move everything out of there, like clean it out. We had to like fill in gaps where curtains had been, paint it. It was just quite a lot going on through August. And then any free time I had, like I enjoy YouTube, but I just didn't want to sit and film or edit, or like I just wasn't in the mood for it, if I'm being completely honest. And with it not being for my degree anymore, with it being just for fun now, I guess, I didn't feel any pressure that I had to. I've not got like a massive following, so it's not like I'm disappointing anyone. I mean, I'm sorry if I did disappoint you. I'm sorry if you really do follow me, but I doubt anyone does. So yeah, that's what I've been up to the whole of August. Also been not exercising, which is concerning me because I have put on a bit of podge that I would like to get rid of this month, please. Not that it matters, all bodies are beautiful. I just personally want mine the way it was before. Question number 2, what jobs have you been looking into? When I finish uni, obviously the next thing you do is, unless you're obviously doing further studies, so like a master's or a PGCE or something like that, the next thing that you have to look for is a job. Obviously, my degree was in dance, so the natural path is to look for dance jobs, but because of COVID and his little scheming ways, there is none. And either way, to be honest, you'd have to get a full-time job anyway, because dance jobs are difficult to get. It's a hard industry, and they're not like, how do I say this? They're not like permanent all the time. You need a job basically while you're auditioning and things, and like as a backup almost. So I had to look for a job. I obviously, as you guys know, I love my teaching, but again, due to COVID, there's not really a lot of teaching jobs either. I then looked into childcare. It's just a personal decision. It's not like you must do this as a second option for dance at all. Say if I like didn't want to perform, I think, or teach, I think my next route would be to do with kids, like childcare and looking after children, nannying. And there wasn't that many, I'm going to be honest. And if there was, you needed qualifications for them, which is understandable, like most jobs you do. I put my like CV and I put a bit about myself on childcare as well to see if anyone wanted nanny, but again a lot of them did want experience, which I obviously have experience looking after kids but not like professionally. Oh, another thing I was struggling with as well is where to find a job. So obviously I'm from Yorkshire. Well, ideally I want to live Reading area because that's where my boyfriend is and a lot of my friends are as well. and near where I went to uni too. So I want to live that area, but then also obviously living at home is a lot cheaper and you can save money by living at home. Like I'd be paying like not a lot for board and things like that. So then it was looking for where to get a job. So I started kind of looking both and just thought, wherever I managed to get one, that's fate of where I should be. I found a job at a childminder's down in Reading, which I went all the way down for an interview. Wasn't too hopeful because I thought, oh, it might be like the rest. I bet there's a lot of like qualified people going for it that have had lots of experience with childcare. It was such a lovely childminders as well. So I was like, oh gosh, I bet the competition is like strong, especially as there's not a lot of jobs going about at the moment. And then your gal only ended up going and getting it. So yeah, that's what job I've got for next year, which is exciting. Question 3, how long have you been dancing? You probably don't believe it because I don't feel like I look good enough to have danced from this age. But I've been dancing since I was 4 years old. I started when I was 4 at a little dance school doing ballet, modern and tap. I did a bit of other things, like I have medals for rock and roll and for Irish dancing, which is really random. The teacher who ran it, she was a really good teacher, like really strict, which I feel like is what we like in a dance school. The stricter the teacher, I sometimes feel like the better the school. Except the only thing was the teacher was a bit older, so she retired when I was about 10 or 11. So then I moved to a different dance school, which I really didn't like. It was really slack, like it wasn't very disciplined, the shows weren't great, which it might be fine for some people, like if you're doing it for fun, but I'd been used to it being so strict and that made me improve so much. I decided I wanted to do acting lessons as well. So I found a drama school and I started going there for drama lessons and I did a show with them. They also do singing and dancing classes and I really liked the look of the dancing, like it was just all sort of musical theatre. So then I dropped out of my dance school doing like ballet, modern and tap and just started dancing at my musical theatre school. Then I also did singing and drama alongside that, which I really enjoyed. I also did GCSE dance and drama and A-level dance and drama. I quit my musical theatre school when I actually went on to do my A-levels, so I went to a performing arts college. I auditioned for it. A lot of the girls auditioning were from like really good dance schools, like they did Miss Dance and things like that, and I've just never done anything like that. So yeah, I got in there, went there for 2 years, and then I wanted to do musical theatre, but then once I went there, for some reason I just ended up not really liking the drama and singing as much. I was really liking the dancing more. I then applied for more dancey unis. Like I still applied for the big musical theatre ones. I'm actually so glad I didn't get into any of them. Otherwise I wouldn't have gone to Creative. Creative was the only uni that I got into and I'm so glad because I've enjoyed my time there, I think, so much more than one of the big schools. And there's nothing against them, like I'm sure they're amazing. I just wasn't good enough to be a part of that school. And I'm not saying that in a feel sorry for me way. What I mean is because Creative is a lot smaller, the teachers know you more. Even though I wasn't one of the best there, by a long shot, the teachers still all knew my name, knew my strengths, knew my weaknesses, knew all about me. So that was really good. I've completely just gone off topic again. Like this was a question of how long I've danced for. So to answer that question, I've danced since I was 4. So I've danced for 17 years and hopefully many more. Oh gosh. Question number 4, do you miss anything about uni? Everything. No, that's a lie. I definitely don't miss everything. I miss the training above all anything else. No, that's a lie. I miss the people the most. Even though they'd annoy the hell out of me sometimes, I do miss them a lot. I miss the training. I think you take it for granted a bit when you're there. Like you have certain lessons and I was in about, I think it was like 50 hours a week. I was in like 9:30 till 7, like 5 days a week. I mean, it was a bit less than that. Like on a Tuesday, we'd be in for less. And yeah, I think it was just a Tuesday. Obviously, all those amounts of training for dancing, like your technique obviously would improve massively, and fitness, just my fitness in general has gone so downhill since leaving. There is no other exercise I could make myself do for that long a day. Yeah, I just miss the training so much. If any of you guys watching are like at a dance conservatoire, then never moan about your well, you can moan, but like don't moan too much because you shouldn't be taking that for granted because you'll miss it when you leave. And class is expensive. Creative worked out at like £5 a class, which you would never get anywhere else, like Like, nowhere does class for £5. What will you take into the future that you learn at uni? I'm actually not sure. One thing that uni taught me, this is gonna get a little bit deep, not to worry what other people think. I've kind of always been quite confident, like self-assured and confident. Uni sort of taught me you need to not worry what people think, in the sense, say if there's something you really want to do, just do it, unless it's obviously going to hurt someone. Don't worry, oh, people might think this of me, people might think that of me. You only get one life. You should do things that make you happy and things that you want to do, and you don't want to live with regret. Sort of be in some ways a little bit selfish, as in do things for you, do things that are gonna make you better and make you improve, but also still be a nice person. Like, don't be selfish in the sense of where you're nasty to others and like sabotage others. Focus on yourself a bit more than like worrying what other people are doing. Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Everyone has different journeys and different strengths and weaknesses. So do what you want to do, not what someone else wants to do. So I'm actually going to be moving in with Perry, my boyfriend. Scary. I had a lot of like umming and ahhing about, I obviously got this job. I got the childminder job. And then I was like, oh, so I'm going to have to live down south. So it was either live with Perry or live with some girls that still go to my uni. One thing that I feel like life doesn't teach you as you grow up, which it definitely should, is how expensive it is once you are not a student or a child. It's bloody expensive. So I was going to live with the girls because I was like, oh my god, moving in with a boyfriend is so scary and I'm only 21 and that's a lot, and So I was going to live with the girls. Basically, they wanted to still live in Slough because that's where our uni was. So obviously then they'd be closer to uni. And because I have a car and drive and those two don't, it would make more sense for me to live further away from my job and drive. Basically, it was going to end up being like a 40-minute car journey there and then 40 minutes back every day, which is a lot. And even on a Saturday, because I'm still doing my teaching on a Saturday, which also is in Caversham, which is in Reading. That was one of the issues. Also, the next thing was, they're both students, they don't have to pay council tax, but I'm obviously a working adult now, so therefore I'd have to pay the council tax for the full house. I'd get discount because they're both students, but it still would have been like, I think around £100, £140 a month, which is a lot of money. Then obviously your wage gets taxed, like everyone's wage gets taxed, which I feel like I knew existed, but I just kind of blocked it from my mind. And then obviously there's your bills and rent and everything else like that to pay for. And then just to add to that, my car broke. One time when I was driving from Reading up north, my car exhaust fell off. It was very traumatic. It sounded like a boy racer for a few days, which was very embarrassing. People on the M1 must have been so confused because it was literally driving home like and then I had like High School Musical Fabulous blasting. I was like in my car like, I want fabulous. So people must have been very confused. I took it to the garage. The whole underneath of my car, I mean it was like a 13-year-old car, the whole underneath of my car was rotted. So to have all that replaced, I'd have literally had to pay more money than what the car was worth, which is not worth it. So then I had to get a new car because obviously I needed one for my new job. It looked like how you look when you were like back in the day and you used to have foundation lips. Promise it's lip primer. So then I looked into getting a new car and I thought there's no point me getting like another banger. Like I should actually get a nice new car and spend a bit more on it and pay it off on finance. So that's what I did. But then obviously that's extra money a month plus car insurance. After all these things are adding up, like I'm literally going to have no wage left. Like I'm going to literally have no money. Then I'm going to be miserable because I'm going to have no disposable income to do fun things, which I know sounds quite bratty, but when you've been a student for 3 years and you've been scrimping and scraping and been like, can't do that, I can't afford, we need to go somewhere cheap, can't afford this, that, because I can't afford. Do you want to go on holiday? No, actually I can't. My bank says no. I've maxed my overdraft, I've maxed my credit card. I actually didn't do them things because I was quite good with money. But still, now I'm actually getting paid and have money. Like, I want to be able to do things that adults can do. I want to have a life, even if it's just for a year. I want to go on that holiday, buy that top, buy them trainers. I want to be able to do it all. Go out drinking in somewhere expensive. Which is why I made the decision to move in with my boyfriend Pezzle. One, it's really, really close to work. It's like 15-20 minutes away. And two, it's just a lot cheaper. And then after I've had my... after I've had my year of fun, we can start being sensible adults and like saving up for a house or something like that. So the final thing is advice for anyone going into their final year at university. I'm going to speak more from sort of a performing arts like dance uni, just because obviously that's what I've experienced, and I don't know if like normal uni is the same. I would basically say plan your time. That would be my biggest piece of advice I could give to anyone, because I'm not going to sit here and lie and say final year is not as difficult as you think, because it is. It's difficult, it's stressful, like you'll have breakdowns, I can guarantee, but if you plan your time well, you will have less breakdowns. What I would do is like when you get a module, write down everything that you have to do for that module, like almost like a checklist, and then each week look at what you have to do that week, and where you have like spare time, write in like uni work you're gonna do that week. That's what I would do. That really helped me out, was like planning and organising my time. I would also just say though, on like the reverse side of that, make sure you do enjoy yourself. Like, it is your final year. You ain't ever going to be a student again. You're probably never going to have that much fun again. So make sure you enjoy your time. Like, if you're at a dance or performing arts uni, give your all in all the rest of your performances that you do. Like, give it literally everything you've got, because one, you never know when you might perform again, like depending on what job you do, and two, the better performance you give and the better footage, the better it is for your show reel. And then obviously three, you just don't want to have regrets. Like, you don't want to come off stage and think, oh, I wish I could have done better, because you might not get another opportunity like with that school, if that makes sense. So that would be my advice for anyone going into their final year of uni. Just make sure you're organised, make sure you're on top of it all, because you want to do your very best, but also really enjoy yourself, enjoy those final moments, like take lots of pictures, make lots of memories with all those people. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it either useful in some way, or I answered any questions that you had for me. I will also leave in the description all the products that are currently on my face and where to find them. As usual, don't forget to like this video, comment with anything you would like to see in the future, or just any general thoughts you have for me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified every time I post new videos, which is every Sunday. Thanks so much for watching again, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.